Hey beauties, it's Kayla. Welcome or welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So today I'm going to refresh my almost 1 month silk press, and it's currently in a messy bun. So I've added some soft waves to it, which I usually do as my silk press progresses. And I'm on like the 3.5 week of having it. So yeah. And now I'm going to test out the jojoba oil just to see how it treats my ends compared to olive oil. Olive oil is considered a heavier oil, whereas jojoba oil is a lighter oil. So I've been testing it out actually for the past week. I put my hair in some waves the top of the week last week, and all week, every night, I've just been adding jojoba oil to my ends and throughout my hair as well. And yeah, I'm going to do that today with you guys. Okay, so here goes. Had it in a messy bun, and now I've taken it down and basically back into like the wavy look. As you can see, it needs some tender loving care. I usually would, moisturize at night, but I didn't do it because I knew I wanted to do this video with you guys and actually moisturize my hair with the jojoba oil. So we're going to do that today. But recently I learned that I have low porosity hair, which means heavier oils don't really absorb. I knew I had low porosity hair, but I didn't know like the meaning behind low porosity. I was like, I'm low porosity. But yeah, that means olive oil is not good for my hair because the heavier oils do not absorb. It actually sits on top. So in the spirit of new year, new oils, I'm trying something lighter to see if my ends flourish better. If you haven't already, go ahead and check out my last video, and I'll talk about in detail my discovery of low porosity and of the fact that I cannot use olive oil. So check that video out, and shout out to all the beauties that came through in the comments. I said, if you are familiar with this situation, to fill your girl in, school your girl, and your girls came through. So thank you so much for coming through and adding those comments and engaging. That meant so much to me. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to the beauties for coming through. So, okay, so this is about a 3.5 week silk press, okay? And I transitioned it into waves, and now it's time for me to go ahead and progress into my moisturizing regimen. So when I first have my hair pressed out, of course, I want to keep it light and flowy, okay? So I use this oil, which is Amica Superfruit Star Lightweight Styling Oil, which is extremely light. So I like to apply this oil like the first few weeks of my silk press, and it just basically protects my hair from frizz. It rained a few times, and my hair, you can tell it's kind of, there's some frizz going on, but this right here for the first 3 weeks kept it maintained. I stopped using it, and I started using jojoba oil this past week. And so yeah, this is what I use for the first few weeks of my silk press to keep it light and flowy and not weighed down or heavy. But yeah, as the weeks go by and my hair starts to get older, I do transition it to a wavy look or a curly look or even sleek buns. And that's when I start adding my oils that I would usually use, which would be olive oil. But in this case, I'm going to use jojoba oil because at this stage, I'm more focused on nourishing and preserving my hair health to keep it from drying out. I love the sleek look, I love the straight look, but honey, that only lasts for so long. So the super straight look is good for at least the first few weeks, but then that's when I start to say, okay, back to the regular schedule program. I'm going to make sure my hair is nourished. For a long time, olive oil was my go-to. It's thick, it's rich, and I always felt like I was doing something by moisturizing my hair with olive oil. But because of the low porosity, those heavier oils actually coat the strands instead of absorbing through it, so never actually penetrating through, but basically leading to buildup and still dry underneath. So I've been testing out jojoba oil and applying it nightly, and it's actually closer to our natural scalp oils, which is why I want to see if it actually works better with my hair and to see if it absorbs better, especially now since I'm in my waves and bun phase of this silk press. And I have to say, I am impressed, very impressed. So this is the jojoba oil. that I am using today. And what I've done is, it's kind of unscented. There's really no scent to it. But what I've done was just put a few drops of lavender oil and put it in an old bottle that I used. And just a few drops of lavender oil, and it gave it a little scent. It smells really good. Lavender oil is actually good for your hair as well. So that mix works for me. Okay, so let's get this show started. Well, I like to start on my left side first. And all I do is just put a few drops in my hand of the jojoba oil. You see that? And I like to do this to kind of warm the oil in my hand before I apply it. And basically I target my ends first. And I work my way up to the mid shaft to the top. It smells so good. So to me, it feels great. It does not feel weighed down. It didn't take a lot. I'm also making sure my ends are coated, not saturated, but coated. And that's all I do. So lightly smoothing it in to the point of coating, not really trying to put too much on it. But the good thing about jojoba oil is that it's light, so it's going to penetrate through my strand. So olive oil will definitely have it coated, and it would be extra shiny, and it would be extra greasy. Well, this feels more of a silky texture instead of a greasy texture. I can say the difference between olive oil and jojoba oil. It's not greasy, but it does feel a bit silky. So my ends look a little better. I should have showed you the ends first, but this is what we're looking at. We'll go to the next section. If you're enjoying this video so far, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you. That lavender smells so good, y'all. I love me some lavender. So let me show you my ends. Okay. I don't know. Dry. I just applied a small amount, maybe a dime size or a little smaller, and I'm rubbing it in my hands. Warm it up, give it a little warmth, then apply it to the ends first. Working up to the shaft, mid to top shaft, because I want full coverage, because I don't want my hair to dry out in this silk press. So here we are, coated. Okay. And I just love that it's not greasy. And I've been doing this every day for the past week, and my hair is not stuck together or like it's glued or heavy. It just still flows. It's still like, I do it at night, so in the morning I don't necessarily have to do anything but go, so that, you know, it's like a natural flow in my hair. Yeah. And it's gonna allow my hair to last longer, although I do plan to wash it out soon. All right, so that's it on this side. I'm basically just rubbing the oil, just a few drops on my hands, rubbing it until it warms up. So warming it up and gently smoothing it over my ends first, not drenching, just lightly coating the ends. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same for this side. So it instantly even feels lightweight, not as heavy, not as greasy as olive oil, because olive oil is a thicker texture and it's even more greasier, whereas this is like a silky texture. Okay, so starting at the ends. Also the kitchen area. Okay. And there's still movement, like my ends still have movement. My hair still has movement and bounce. So basically, I'm just focusing on keeping my hair nourished and not weighed down. And then when I'm done, I just do a little base for the top of my hair as well. Just a little around the edges and the top of my hair. Okay, so now that my hair is moisturized, as you can see, it still has, movement. It's not necessarily weighed down. And in the morning, it's even more movement. And it's good to go. I would just usually just put this right back into a high bun and go to sleep. But yeah, I'm loving that it's not like weighed down. It's not too heavy. It's just right. And I'm excited that my hair is getting moisturized. It's not stopping as a coat. It's actually penetrating through to my shaft. And I know that it's penetrating through to my shaft because I have to oil it again the next day. So that's letting me know something is happening. So yeah, it still has movement. And I noticed that my hair has a more of a natural shine and it doesn't look greasy. It's not a greasy shine. It's a shiny, a natural shine to it. So I like that. Good to know that it has its own natural shine with the jojoba oil. And the fact that it's penetrating through the strands, it's actually absorbing through the strands. And that's what matters, especially for my low porosity hair. So what I would do in the morning is I would just come in and just touch up my edges.
Swann shares the light,
making sure that they are, neat.
Affirmations make it right, guiding beauties day and night. Self-love blooms like a rose, positivity overflows. Worth is more than skin deep.
And this is a look. For the next couple of weeks, I'm going to continue to do the same thing for 2 more weeks or so, and then I'm going to be washing my hair. I can't wait to use the jojoba oil in my natural state. I'm excited about that. If it can really hold up really well on an old silk press, I already know that it's going to be gorgeous on my natural curls. So right now, I am really liking jojoba oil. I'm going to continue to use jojoba oil and I'm going to be focusing on nourishing my hair and protecting my ends. I'm going to see the difference between olive oil with my ends and jojoba oil with my ends. I'm already excited and I already know it's going to be so much better. No more see-through ends, no more split ends, no more having to clip my ends or trim my ends every time I straighten my hair. No more. I mean, sometimes you got to clean through your ends, take away the flyaways or the split ends here and there, but cutting your ends every 3 months or so, 2 to 3 inches, to me is just too much. You should be able to brush your ends, okay? But not full-blown trim, not full-blown haircut. Like I grew 3 inches in 3 months. Now it's going away. It's being taken away. But I'm hoping that I should see good progress by using these light oils. I'm also using argan oil as well as grapeseed oil. But the first one I'm testing out is jojoba oil, and I'm extremely excited about continuing using it for sure. So I'm going to continue to use it for the rest of my silk press stretch and onward. Okay, so if you have low porosity hair too, tell me in the comments, do you moisturize your hair with lighter oils? If so, which lighter oils do you use? Do you moisturize your hair with lighter oils as your silk press gets older, or during your waves or curly or bun phase of your silk press? If so, what oils do you use? What's your go-to oil? Share in the comments. Sharing is caring. Please be sure to share this video out to another beauty. Thank you. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Please be sure to watch any of these videos next. Thank you.
Compare. Every strand a story tells. Strength and beauty always dwells. Self-love blooms like a rose. Positivity overflows. Worth is more than skin deep. Mind and soul in harmony keep. Healthy